I do try to write back to people, and sometimes I can get the information across and sometimes I can't. So I just wanted to make this more of a general Q&A in which I have been asked questions by some people, but I can try to give more of a in-depth response. So if you're not into Q&As, I'm sorry that today's episode is a Q&A. And if you like Q&As and you want me to incorporate Q&As in addition to the 2 vlogs, then also let me know so we can incorporate more Q&As into our regular scheduled programming. So first question was asked to me, do you ship to the USA? So does Cookies and More ship to the States? As of right now, we are still looking into this. What I last heard from some people was that shipping food items, it depends on the food items that are getting shipped. So in the case of cookies, it would really depend on the packaging that we would send out. So if, I know I've had a couple of serious inquiries about this where people were wondering, are we, can you ship out to us? The question that I have is, would you be willing to pay that much for shipping? If the answer is yes, then I guess I will look it up. But again, I guess it would be one of the major shipping companies, like whoever they are, and they would ship out to you, then great. What I would do to make my life easier, if you can kind of research that on your side and be like, yes, you can, then what I can do is I can figure out what flavors that you want, and I don't know. We'll try to make it work. Why not? Hey, hell. Second question was, is this now a vlog channel? Yeah, I guess considering the fact that this, I am trying to talk about what's happening in the shop. See, the thing is, guys, I was really trying to find a solution for myself, like a happy medium, on trying to successfully incorporate my love of YouTube and my current project that I'm working on, business / whatever you want to call it. So they were more of a way to bridge the gap of making me mentally sane, because I have a passion for film. I have a passion for, connecting with an audience that's out there wherever you guys are. So to say the least, I don't want to say that this is just going to become a vlog channel, so that's not entirely accurate. I'm right now exploring vlogs. I'm exploring the stylistic medium. I mean, a lot of you seem to love that kind of a entertainment, field and that, and I mean, a lot of you guys have said that some of you guys have said that you're not into vlogs, but you are finding what I'm doing enjoyable, so that's very nice of you, and really appreciate that. And a lot of you guys are into the whole vlog aspect, so cool. So then, again, I guess this is related to question number 2, was, will Jatinder return? See, the thing is, I love Jatinder, he is probably one of my, you don't want to say alter ego, because he's not my alter ego, but he's a character very near and dear to me. He's like the verbal Superman. He's Man of Steel. He can say whatever he wants, and somehow he magically can get away with whatever he says. So, so having a guy like that at your arsenal that there has to be a way to bring him back. So yes, Jatinder definitely is on the horizon. Is he going to be incorporated with Cookies and More? That I don't know yet. I don't really know if I want to, bring him onto that kind of a setting right now. Yes, so getting back to the point, so will Jatinder return? God willing, yes, Jatinder will return. And there actually is a show that is in plans, which I'm hoping I can get developed. It just depends on everything. Like, God wants me to do it, and the audience if audience demand is there, and a lot of stuff depends on it. So, number 4, will you open a shop in the U.S.? God willing, yeah. I mean, that would be really awesome to have that opportunity to, kind of go back home. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to go back and stateside and open up something like this. Not entirely like this, something kind of like an amalgam of it, but yes, cookies would definitely be a theme. If I could open that back up in the States, very much so, yes. Yeah, so I would never say no to that if that did come up. So if there was like an investor who said, hey, let's go do it, why not? Totally down for it. Can I work for you? I mean, I don't know. Sure. I guess. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, look, when you're working at a startup, you don't have the financial freedom that a lot of other companies have. So you have to wear multiple hats. You got to be the marketing guy, you got to be the running around guy, you got to be the the procurement guy. I mean, so it's a lot of stress and good stress. I mean, as long as you enjoy your work, that's good stress. It's called, I know, so people say it's not stress, it's passion. If you're into that kind of thing, then yeah. But anyway, so back onto the point. So can I work for you? Depends. I mean, if you are willing to work for very little and put a lot of life into it, and hopefully this can fruition to something awesome, then yeah, great. Let's talk. So now, how many cookie flavors do you have? That's a good question. So technically, to date, we have 14 specific cookies that we have, of which, of those 14, right now I've introduced, let's see, we've got Signature, I got the chocolate chip, sugar cookie, M&M cookie, dark fudge cookie, blueberry cookie, and now the lemon cookie. So we got the lemon summer cookies. Still have to come out with my oatmeal red velvet. We've got an apple streusel cookie. There's gingerbread ginger cookies. So there are more in the mix, and it just depends on what the brain puts together, and it says, does it make sense, and we kind of go for it. So yes, there are currently 14, and I know that there's some off the top of my head, but I can't really just, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to make this video for the people. So for those of you who are trying to keep up to date with what's happening on a daily basis at Cookies and More, check us out on Instagram. I post videos. I make the Instagram stories. Sometimes Jamil and Manly are doing their thing on there, but most of the time it's a mix of all three, kind of doing the stuff in there. So what I would recommend is just if you're not getting enough from the YouTubes, follow us on there, because we kind of do stuff on there too. How best to follow you? I guess. Well, okay, so that came up. I came to your shop and you weren't there. Okay, so yes, majority of the time I know it seems like when I film the vlogs I'm in the shop, and which I am in the shop. But right now it's a mixed match of everything. So in my day, let's say out of a 14-hour to 16-hour day, I will be at the shop for a total of, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, maybe a little bit more or less. It depends on the day. Some days when I'm doing a lot of baking, I'm pretty much there the whole day. Other days, if I'm trying to solidify things with suppliers, then I'm there from later on. I'm driving around the city. So it really is a mix. Again, the best way, what I would say is if you are trying to meet, what you should do is try to follow us on Instagram. And the messages that you go send there do inadvertently eventually get back to me. So if I leave the phone at the shop, which then gets used and stuff, if that's there, don't worry, those messages do eventually get reverted back to me. So if you do want to come by and be at the shop when I'm there, just message us on Instagram. You have my Instagram. You can send a direct message, and at some point it'll be answered. And yeah, I mean, I'm totally down with meeting cool people. So I'm totally down with meeting people. You don't need to be a cool guy. You're such a cool guy. Anyway, so yeah, so that's it for our Q&A today. Made it this far into Q&A. You rock. Awesome. Do you want a cookie? Well, I guess technically I'll give you a cookie if you buy more cookies. That's how it works, people. Anyway, so with that being said, stay tuned. Hopefully, God willing, we'll have a new episode out next week by, what is it today? Is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'd like to say Monday. So this coming Monday, stay tuned for our next, we'll be back onto the vlog type stuff. And again, let me know if you guys like to have Q&As in between. And for those of you who have asked me these questions across, off of some of the YouTube questions, off of Instagram and so on and so forth, thank you guys for your lovely questions. And I know I did answer these in some basic form, but not everyone gets to know what was asked, because not everyone sees what was asked. So I hope this kind of gives you guys a bit of a consolidated response. I don't know why I'm making box hands like I'm in the box, but yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. So please make sure you again leave any comments for us if you need if you want to, you know. By the way, I know this is I'm going on like for a long period of time. The team does read your comments. So the whole comment about Jamil and his Eagle coffee, Jamil's learning how to make Eagle coffee again. Like we, and Jamil is probably watching this video, and so is Manly. So be on your toes, Manly. You gotta learn how to make Eagle coffee. I don't know how we're gonna make Eagle coffee, guys. This is actually now a message. This is not even going to the audience. This is going to you two. Please make sure you know how to make Eagle coffee, because that's what people want.